Definitely one of the most common things you're going to do as a developer is working with arrays. And in this video, I will go through 5 JavaScript array methods that will help you to grow as a developer. The first one will be the array filter method. Let's assume that we want to get all the people in this array that are younger than 25 years. All we need to do is to use the filter method. Let's just create a filtered variable where we will store the people younger than 25. Set to people.filter, and this filter method takes a callback function which have one parameter of person, which is just each element of the people array, and then we need to return true or false statement on whether or not we want to include that element in filtered array. So we just can say return person.age less than 25. That means all the people that have age less than 25 are going to be in our new filtered array. And to test that, let's console log the new array. And when I save that, you see we have an array over here with elements, the people with age less than 25. We came to this solution very easily. All we do is to return true if you want the element in the new array, and to return false if you don't want that element. And the great thing about this method, and also for the other methods that we are going to cover in this video, is that they actually create a new array and don't modify the original one. So if you console log the people array, you can see it still has all the 6 elements, while our filtered array has 4 elements. That's great because we don't have to worry about modifying the original array when we use these methods to create new arrays. Now let's go through the next array method, which is gonna be the find method. The find method will search inside of the array and will return the first element that satisfies the callback function. In other words, when the function returns true, find method immediately returns the value of that element. So let's say that we want to get the person with name James, and we just say person.name equals James. I'll change variable name to found, and as you see that, we get the element with name James. But keep in mind that the find method always returns the first element, for which the return statement is true. For example, if I change Peter to James, we're gonna have 2 people with name James, but the find method will return the first one. You can see we get James with age of 12. And when the method doesn't find element for which the statement is true, it will return undefined. If I change the name here to James, you see we get undefined in the console, because we don't have that name in our array of objects. The next method we're gonna talk about is every method, which is a bit different than the other 2 methods, since instead of returning a new array, it will return true or false. Value gonna be true only when every element from people array returns true in the return statement. Let's say we want to check if all people are younger than 50, and we say person.age is less than 50. That's going to check if every person in our array has age less than 50. And if they all have age less than 50, this variable gonna be true. As we can see, we get true. In our array we don't have people older than 50. But if I change the function to check 40 instead 50, we get false value, because Sandy has age of 42. And the callback function here returns false for this person. It's a very easy solution when you want to know if each element of the array passed the test in callback function, instead of doing complex find solutions. Next one is SumArray method, which is very similar to every, but it checks whether at least one element in the array returns true by the callback function, instead of checking for every element. Let's say we want to check if there is a person with age less than 20. The method is going to check the entire array, and as soon as single element returns true, our variable is going to be true. If we didn't have first 3 elements, it will return false, because there is no person with age less than 20. And the last method we're gonna talk about is the includes method, which is a bit different because it doesn't take a callback function it's just going to take one argument, which is actually the value to search for in the array. So this method checks whether an array includes certain value. So let me change our array of objects. It will be array of names. And we want to see if we have James in the array. So we have to say people.includes, we're gonna pass James, and this is gonna check if this parameter here is inside of people array. In our case, array contains the string James, and this will be true. But instead we put Mona, and this will be false, because our array doesn't include Mona. And that's all the 5 useful array methods I wanted to talk about. These methods can make your life easier by simplifying your efforts as a developer. Knowing them can save you a lot of time and can improve your coding performance. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching and have a productive day.